Hey everybody, and welcome to the Pink Riot Comic Show, where two Black women talk all things comics, movies, and pop culture by Black and brown folks. I am Keisha, aka High Havoc, and I'm here with my awesome, brilliantly talented co-host, Brie. How you doing, babe?
Woo, I'm doing okay. It's a day. It's been a very busy day, and I've been looking forward to coming to kick it with the Riot fam. But yeah, doing all right. Had a pretty good week, and me and the minion went to the movies yesterday for the 30th anniversary of Space Jam.
That
So,
is
he's
cool.
obsessed with Space Jam. So we had to go see it on the big screen, and he was all dripped out in his Bugs OG jersey and his Space Jam socks and stuff. Like, he was like, no
Please tell
game.
me there are pictures.
Oh, no. He hates taking pictures, but that's why y'all don't see him like that for real. He'd be like, I have to force him to smile for real in pictures, but no, the Space Jam drip don't stop.
Oh, that is so dope.
It was cool.
See,
And then you know how it has like all of the jams on the soundtrack. So like there was only one showing, and I was glad it was cool people because I don't know what y'all do when the soundtrack is fire and they play the songs in the credits, but we're up and we're singing and we're dancing, and I'm like, literally, this is what we came for, so y'all can stay mad. That was
that
the energy.
part.
But the
I
people that
hear
was
that.
like there with us, some of them had their Space Jam jerseys on too, and they got up and started dancing when he started dancing, so it was cool.
I remember that. That's like around the time where everybody named Mama was rocking Sweetie Bird and
Yep.
Lola Bunny. I forget her name, goodness
Yep.
gracious. But everybody was wearing all that stuff. I was slightly jealous. But I'm happy that they had that. Like, that's really
We're jealous
cool.
though, babes.
Oh, because my parents weren't buying it for me.
That's
I
fair.
wanted it, but that won't really happen.
I feel like my favorite Looney Tune has evolved over time. I was 100% a
Mm.
Tweety girl, a Tweety Bird girly in that era. So I know what you're
Mm.
talking about. Like it was everything was Tweety Bird. And then it was Taz. Still love me some Taz.
Yes.
Tasmanian
Yeah.
Devil to this day. And then most recently it became Marvin the Martian, and it has stayed Marvin the Martian.
See, I appreciate Taz, like the chaos,
Yeah.
he's the what is it from Wild Thornberries? The
Donnie.
yeah, we appreciate the chaos that they
Yes.
bring.
Oh my gosh. Christopher 100% would be on that Donnie time with it. You know how he used to be like,
Yeah.
yeah, he was definitely on that when he was little.
Oh, that's
Yes,
so
Rayburn
dope.
said they rocked that soundtrack. Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Solid.
100. I forgot that what was that Monica song was on there. There was some straight 90s
Yeah,
bands on that.
very much so.
For sure.
Between that and like actually most kids shows and movies during the 90s had like
Oh
some
yeah.
great soundtracks.
We definitely need
Absolutely.
to have like a whole episode just dedicated to that, cuz yeah, we could go for days on the like top tier theme songs, and even like down to the soundtracks being like some of the songs it's like, did that really need to be on a kids movie soundtrack? I don't know, but it hit either way.
Did not.
Yeah.
But yeah,
How's your week been, babes?
this week has been a lot, but it's ended very well. Since we're talking about our kids and their love for basketball movies, my son has been making me watch GOAT. I ain't gonna hold you. I actually kind of like it slightly,
Yeah, Steph Curry, what's not to like?
Yeah, just a little bit. But like it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. It's silly, it's ridiculous, but it's a fun time all around. So now my son loves that movie. He's been playing it nonstop.
Yeah,
And
because it's on
now
streaming now, so yeah.
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 And now he wants to play basketball. And I'm like, simmer down.
Don't tell that baby no. Let them try.
No, we gonna try, but also it's like you can't do those things that they are doing in the, so we
Yeah,
got
it's
to
not
practice. We got to
in
practice.
practice, basketball is not the same energy that you see in the movie. Yeah, I feel that.
Right.
Maybe like if there's like a rec center or something in your area, let them try it out like during the summer and see for real before you like spend money on a team and all of that type of junk.
Facts, because
Yeah.
children's sports is expensive these
Oh,
days.
100%. 100%.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. We have a couple things happening in the chat. Actually, I gotta jump to what LT says since we on updates.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I ordered baby chickens, baby chicks.
Hold on. For everyone listening, LT said, hold up, hold up. We need that Pink Riot chicken coop update. How are the chickens doing? And yes, we need to
Okay,
know this. So give us the tea.
so the chickens I have currently, they're doing great, wonderful. I had ordered baby chicks a few months ago, but because of things happening in the world and all of that, we were like, can't really get chicks right now, or we can't like expand right now. So I was supposed to, call them up and be like, hey, I can't get these chicks right now.
Oh no.
Forgot.
Oh no. So
So
they
now,
came
yeah.
and
Um,
they're not prepared for the new
not
babies.
prepared. I gotta pick them up tomorrow.
Oh
Not
no.
prepared in the slightest for 6 baby chicks. Um,
The 6 baby chicks. I know 6 baby chicks better be a hashtag and they better have bow ties or something. I don't want to
oh
hear
my
no
god.
shit from you, Keisha.
I have
Six
nothing for
baby
them
chicks.
right now, and I need to, like I said, it requires us expanding, so that means I would need a bigger coop, and I don't have that right now. So, like, I don't know. I'm
And we
thinking
want to
about
see you
just
going to pick them
giving.
up. And when you're building the coop,
We don't have it right now, so I might just end up donating or giving some of the chickens away to some friends and neighbors.
what's so
Yeah,
different about where they need to stay than where the regular chickens are at?
my coop can only fit 6. And I would have a total of 10 chicks or 10 chickens.
Oh, there's like a certain square footage per bird
Yeah,
or something that for them to
yeah,
live happily. Okay, I hear. I hear
absolutely.
that. I hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's acceptable.
Yeah, so because of that, if I can't find uh
Brayburn said we
yeah,
need a deluxe
we
coop.
need a,
And
that's exactly what it is. We need a deluxe coop. If I can find an affordable one in the next 24 hours,
as
maybe.
much as your neighbors be getting eggs and stuff, you can't have like a coop building party or something.
We'll see. We'll see. I got another
Community,
month.
like, cause they think they're getting eggs from you now. Wait till all the chickens are hatching eggs.
This is true because I already have extra. So yeah, we'll
Yes,
see.
Rayburn said a coop raising. I'm here for that.
Yeah,
LT said we need chicken pics. They probably wearing some Tims.
it's
If
the
you found
summer.
little baby chick Tims, I would be deceased. That's
There
crazy.
is a little chick on well, he's not a chick, but he's a rooster. There is a rooster online that wears shoes because he has nubs for feet. And so like they put him in little shoe like toddler shoes and he walks around and it's adorable. I must send it to you.
Every time we talk about these birds, I learn something new that I never would have otherwise learned. LT said, "Get them the Coupe de Ville." Period.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Oh
Well,
my
we're
goodness.
talking chicks with everybody, but that's also our way of saying, "Hey, what up, Jana?
Hey, hey,
Hey,
Jana.
Mr. Alkebalan. Brayburn, we love you,
Hey,
babes."
Burn. The
Yes,
technical tempest.
podcastresses on our demon time,
Yes.
looking
It's gonna
fancy.
be a
Okay, I
good,
will
good
take it.
night.
Howdy, LT.
Hey, hey.
Period.
And I know we got some more folks
Hey,
down. Hey,
Regine.
Regine.
Hey, Sheena.
Hello.
I miss you, Sheena.
Right? Oh my goodness. All right. So we have two things we're going to be talking about this episode, which is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
First up, we are doing our Riot review, which is going to be Temporal, which I loved. I've been waiting patiently to be able to like talk about this one. And it's
Yeah.
going to be very, very exciting. So just letting y'all know, there may or may not be spoilers in here. I told y'all to become prepared when you come in here, okay?
Yeah. You had
And
homework, and we gave you fair warning about potential spoilers. And just know, like, if it's something that we both are reading and we both are loving it, we're going to try to save it for one of these so it gets like all the love that it deserves. And we would
yes,
love for y'all to like be on the same time so that way we could kiki about it
absolutely.
together.
So we are definitely we're doing Temporal and we're doing our deep dive, and then afterwards we have a friend to the show, Regine Sawyer, coming on because we're going to talk about those Eisner Award nominations,
Yeah.
which has been record breaking on so many levels.
Yeah.
And
Give
she
y'all the
gone
breakdown of the
right,
iconic things happening.
absolutely, because Regine did the damn thing. And she, yeah, that was wonderful. And we just
Yeah.
want to give her flowers. So yes,
Period.
let's
Okay,
get
just real
into
quick before we do that, I gotta address these other comments. LT says
ah
396 subscribers. Yes,
oh
yes,
snap,
y'all. We
really?
don't stop. Yes, yes,
Mm.
y'all. And we don't stop. Y'all, please tell your cousins, sisters, brothers, husbands, and
Pull
them
up
to
on
follow us so
me.
we can make 400 by the end of the episode. we're trying to do numbers, y'all. We like went from like 600 some to like 1200 some on IG. The numbers are moving, and we are tremendously grateful to all of y'all for spreading the word because that's how we're finding people. That's how people are finding us. It's awesome.
Yes. This is
Um
yeah, it's great.
yes, that's right. Sheena said OMG almost 400 subs, 1200 on IG. Yeah. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Literally us doing happy dances every time we'll be like because you'll be
This is
like,
great.
I'm so excited it's happening. I'll be like, oh, it's literally like all of the
No, for
energy.
real. Yeah. Like to know
And it
that we
says,
like
I miss
community is
y'all.
growing.
Oh, what'd you say, babes?
I was like, no, it's just to know like our community is growing. This is gonna be
Yes.
awesome.
We're chugging along, guys. It feels great. Sheena says, I miss y'all. I have been absent and I'm sorry your girl was sick. Oh no.
I hope you feel better,
Sending you
babe.
all of the happy vibes.
Yeah.
I hope that you're feeling better and that it's something
Yeah.
that's like gone entirely, like you're 100% back to 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
What
oh my
it,
goodness.
that's right.
Oh,
We're glad that
is
you're
there
back. Okay. LT said he got the temporal trade.
yes. I
Hey,
hope y'all
Bama.
took notes. We are diving into this because this,
Yes.
as a mom, especially with us opening about like our kids and whatnot, as a mom,
Yeah.
this was a fantastic,
Yes.
fantastic book. Like, oh man, Stephanie put her foot in this per usual.
And
Per
did. And
usual.
did. So for those who are brand new to this, I don't know, maybe you're brand new to the show because that's the only way you could be here and be brand new to Temporal because we've been pre-order game strong about this particular title ever since it was announced. The
Yes,
trade
yes.
is available now, so if you're someone who is brand new to it, you can pick that up. And it seems like it's still pretty easy to get the floppies, except for maybe the variant for issue 1. Y'all know I have no chill, so we definitely collected them. So you got, and all of the covers are by Torrin Clark, right?
Yes.
All the covers are by Torrin Clark, with an exception of this variant cover for issue 1.
Yep,
And
yep.
this is one of those ones where the cover art does not match the internals, but it's okay because the
I
internal
prefer.
art has like more of a fun loving kind of vibe, and it lends itself really well to like the family aspect of the story and who really ends up being the hero at the end, being the son. Do you want to give like the brief summary, or do you want me to do?
Um, I'm gonna let you do the summary. But I will say that this was one of the times where I was like, "Oh, I prefer the interior art
Yeah,
over
same.
the yeah, over it." Like the covers are cool, but I love Asiah Fulmore's artwork. I realized that with comics, The Time Witch. I
Mhm.
realized it with that. I was like, "Oh, I really like this style." It's like you said, it's very cartoony, very upbeat.
Fun loving.
Has like a little bit of a anime vibe to it,
Yeah, it
slightly.
definitely gives Boondocks energy, but a little
Yeah.
lighter. Yeah,
Yes, very much so, and
yeah.
really, really enjoyed that. So, like, yeah, it lended itself well to the overall story. So Imma let you do the summary because I fear I'm gonna
That's okay, because I understand you got like tabbed notes and whatever, so I'm gonna just let you go
Yes.
chaotic good after I give my summary. All right, so Temporal, our main character is a time thief or former time
Yeah.
thief named Vanessa. When we start the story off with a
Oh,
heist,
Savannah.
uh, Savannah, I'm tripping. Savannah, they call her
Oh, good.
Van, so yeah, that'll do that. Uh, Savannah, and we start the story off with Savannah and her husband, like in the past, and they're doing a heist within a heist. One of the heists, the main heist, is something that they were pretty much doing as a part of their job. They work for an agency that does steal things throughout time. And the heist within the heist is them like breaking into this museum just for the sake of taking the leisurely route and doing it for fun because they're like kind of crushing on each other. And
Mhm.
then we kind of go forward in time and we see that these two have gotten married and they have a son and they have retired from their time thievery shenanigans. However, their son really wants a like retro gaming system, and the mom, Savannah, can't find it anywhere. So she decides to call a friend who works for the agency still, so she can one last time go back in time to get this gaming console for her son. So she does it. She has a little bit of a thrill because she gets like the chase and all of that. It's a really fun, wacky kind of scenario, but she's successful and she brings it back for her son. And the people at the agency, when she gets back, they're like all in her ear, like, "Oh, we're glad you're back." And she's like, "No, it's just that." So you get that type of energy. And it's clear that, she's scratched the itch and now she's going to want to do this again. And
Mhm.
then a mysterious alternate agency reaches out to her, not reaches out to her, they pretty much summon her, like she has no choice but to go see what they want, and finds that they're trying to hire her for a particular heist. And she's not really left with options of whether to do it or not. And she goes on this, she steals this artifact that they required her to take, and sort of all hell breaks loose because it starts causing these negative temporal ripples in her current timeline, and things just kind of spiral. And we are talking spoilers, so you see like different points in time and how, big surprise, humanity has screwed over the planet.
Mhm.
And they're dealing with global warming at a crazy rate, and a scientist comes up with a plan to use the waves and gravitational pull from the moon to adjust things so that way they aren't experiencing that anymore. And the program goes into place, and they end up cracking the moon in half. And they're able to regulate everything so there's not any long-term damage, but it is a thing. And then we find out later on that the thing that she stole was actually a device that her brother, who also used to be a time thief but has been missing. To her mind, he had passed away, but her entire family and everybody knew he had just been missing because he was working on a secret project. It turns out that that secret project was a device that can be used to sort of reset things that happened, and that has the same type of language or symbols of the things that are in the core of the moon, because the moon is actually not real. It was like a made up thing. So when I
Right.
tell you, it's like the story just kind of does this on itself moving forward. And every time you find out something new, it's like, oh, wait, what's going on? I thought I knew what the story was going to be, and it's doing something totally different now. But while it's doing that, you're getting this like quirky family dynamics, some little comedic relief here and there, because it's not just her husband, and her son in the story. It's also like her friends who used to do this, and they have their dynamic because they used to date, and one is part of one order and one is part of another, and all that sort of thing. And while she's going through all of this, our good sis is still being a super mom because she manages
Yeah.
amidst these heists to not miss her son's like science project fair situation where he wins, because he's also a tinkerer builder type of brain like her missing slash deceased brother was. And it's really adorable because in the end it all kind of culminates. They find the missing brother, and this like pocket of reality in between. He's been missing there for 3 years, like trying to make his way back. And her son ends up being the key to fixing the version of the key that she stole, because he can see patterns in the language that's on there. So it's really cute. It's a feel good. At the end, it's like all of the people you wanted to make it to the end make it to the end. I know that that's a rare thing. But yeah, it's like enough of a chaotic good whirlwind that it makes it a fast read, and you just are like, oh, I love this. Now it, and it's also like it ends in a place where it makes sense. So if you're someone who's like, oh, I'm not trying to do like an ongoing thing or whatever, I'm sure if she wanted to do more in this world, there's enough stuff where she could do it. But it's a very well contained story, and I think it's perfect as it is. So
It
yeah, that's
is
the summary.
1,000%. No, like, um, this was a very good, I'm not even gonna call it a snapshot, but like you said, it's a very well contained story. You don't need
Mm-hmm.
anything else. But you know, it she could expand on like the brother's story. She can
Mm-hmm.
expand on, the friend's story. There's something else, but you are very satisfied with what you
Yeah,
get.
or see the couple's like previous heists from when they were younger.
Right?
Yeah,
Like, oh man.
or in the
Starting with
future with the son. Like, there's a lot.
right there's a lot of ways you can take it. It's so cool. Let's start with the very beginning
Mm-hmm.
because the way she opened up this story I thought was absolutely brilliant. We
Yeah,
start with, them, it's a flashback to them going on one of their heists,
yeah,
and they're just walking through. Like, on one hand, I love how adorable it was. You got to see like their relationship, Savannah and her husband's relationship,
yeah,
and they're very cute together. You can see like they're two very different people, right? The flirting, it was everything.
yeah,
Um, at the same time, technically, like if we were talking about like how we like put together a comic and how we like, keep the reader invested, the fact that them first couple pages, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3 pages, there is no like, and I found that she did this with Roots of Madness also. There's no like interior dialogue. So like if you weren't paying attention to the art, you were missing a lot. because
Yeah.
in the dialogue, they're not explaining anything. If you're
Right.
not, it's kind of like if you're watching, anime and
Mhm.
you don't have the subtitles on,
You look down for 2 seconds. Yeah.
right? You're
Yeah.
missing a lot. And I thought that was brilliant to that little nudge by Stephanie Asian and like, hey, you need to pay attention to everything here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We were talking about
I
the interior art. I have to show you. That's them on the
yes,
heist. How cute are they? She's
they were so
adorable.
adorable.
He's drawn like 90s fine. I'm like, yeah.
He is very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You're absolutely right. It's so they were so cute together. And then seeing them throughout the story, how they've like matured in some ways, but you clearly see they are still two very different people who just happen
Yeah.
to love each other.
Oh
I
my
just
gosh. In
I
the
thought
I'll go back to that, but there's a part where the husband is like asking her questions after cuz so one thing I didn't mention in my summary is that y'all she did not tell her husband that she
at
was doing
all.
these secret heists because she knew better. Because they were supposed to both be done. And it's so funny because not only do like their friends make nods to that, like, oh Lord, now why would you go do this? Because you already know it's going to be an issue with this person, that person, the other person, and whatever. And then when she comes back from the heist and is like explaining away why she was late and whatever, it's so cute because you see hubby in the background looking at her like,
Mhm.
that don't even sound right. And I was like, that
Right?
is so cute. Like, that's
Like they know each other. Nobody is
exactly.
just
He knows
shocked
better.
at
He
what
knows
she's doing.
something's up, but he still like didn't charge her up or make it a thing or whatever. He just was like, I'm gonna wait and
Mm,
see when she's gonna fess up to whatever's going on. And even when she did get caught up, he had a quick moment and then he was like, now's not the time. We gotta figure this out. Like, I
yeah.
loved their like relationship dynamic. Very
They
cute.
do. They have a very, very beautiful relationship. And to see such a healthy relationship where one of the character, one of the partners is just like, I need to feel it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of their own personal, entanglements or whatever. Like I really enjoyed that so
Yeah.
much. But once again, like brilliant choices in terms of narrative, um, forcing us to pay attention to everything. So I found that, you know, I was very intentional in how I read this story and looking
Yeah.
at things because they didn't explain everything, which thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, the
Um,
whole first scene is them having their cute little flirtatious back and forth, and the
yeah,
panels are showing you the specifics of what's happening in the heist at the moment.
right.
Chell says there's a silent manga competition that focuses on visual storytelling only. And
Yeah,
I feel like, you know, that was it was telling two stories at the same time because the
facts.
visuals were telling the story of what's happening in the heist, but their flirtation, like the only thing that they're talking about is like their back and forth, so it's giving you the vibes of their personality and their relationship. And I thought it was really well done.
Absolutely.
Oh, hey,
Um,
yo, we got Stephanie
hey,
Williams in the chat,
hey.
y'all. What's up? We are gushing about Temporal because we love you and we loved the story. The book is amazing. You
Facts.
definitely did your big one with that. Shout out to you.
Look, let's keep because I got a
Yeah, yeah, no,
lot.
we're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it
Right?
pushing. Just know you are loved in
Okay.
this space.
Right. Loved. Um, another thing I loved was, and it reminds me of a lot of conversations me and you've had, like, off
Yeah,
camera or whatever about our kids and whatever is, um, one, just how much we put into our kids or always wanting to give them the world.
yes,
And like at the end of it, that's just like the crux of how all of this happened. She's like, I mean, granted, yes, it's also like she's trying to, find herself again and like feel that thrill, but
yeah,
she wants to like take care of her kid. Like she wants her kid to be excited.
yeah,
But can I also say that if I go above and beyond and I get them this cool thing that nobody really else has, and it's, you know, it's vintage, even if it's a replica, and they go, do you know how quickly I would snatch it back? You know? I'm
Listen,
pulling up Pirates of the Caribbean. You don't like it, give it back.
you don't
Like,
like, give it back. No, listen, I completely understand and identify with this as a mother of an awesomely autistic young man. I think I told you I took him on a cruise for his birthday like a couple years back cuz he loves boats. He likes goes crazy for boats. Every time we go out to eat like in the Bay Area and we pass by like the docks and stuff, he just wants to go sit and look at the boats. So he's been talking about going on a cruise. We go on the cruise. And do you know that he was excited in the moment and all of that or whatever, and then when we got back he was just like, okay, when are we doing my birthday party? And I was like, bruh, like,
right?
do you not realize that we just blew a bag to take this trip? Like, that was the party. And he's just like, oh, oh. And when we were there, he was like, this is exciting. And I'm happy about the surprise, but you should have told me about the surprise. And I'm just like, duly noted, my guy. So yeah, that response was triggering for me reading it in this book.
Yeah.
It was like, you know what? I'm not alone, but that's crazy. Cause
Oh yeah. I feel like
like,
we've all had that situation where it's
yeah,
like your kid just, you're like, I get it. You're a child and the world has, you know, revolved around you for so long, but also why? Can
right.
we just
Be
say thank you?
grateful. 100%.
So like, but seeing like the effort Savannah was willing to put in to, like, you know, still give her kid the world and still
Yeah,
centered him through the entire story. I'm like,
yeah,
that's the superhero part of this. that that was the
100%.
superhero part, because the way I would have like, look, y'all, no, we can't do this. Like, there
Yeah,
would have been a stop. There would have been a pause. We'd have been like, look, mom can't do all of that right now. And it's not going to happen.
mm.
So
But those type of conversations suck, so I get it. She's
they
like,
do.
we're gonna tempt fate here and potentially cause any type of time continuum drama for the sake of my kid's birthday, and I identify with that truth. LT said, no, that's absolutely the crux. I want to give them the world. I remember when my nephew was too short to ride the roller coaster and started crying. It broke my heart. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
like, it's nothing you could do. And you kind of just gotta, yeah.
Yeah, like my son, recently, he's been wanting to try onigiri, and my son is also autistic, and it's
Mhm.
been really hard to get him to try new foods. So when he's in the mood for it, we're like, this
Do it
needs to
now.
happen now.
Yes.
And so, like, I brought him with me to the comic shop because across the street there's this place that's supposed to have onigiri,
Mm.
and they had ran out,
Mm.
and my boy is devastated.
Oh.
And like, I'm still trying to find like the right place that I know will always have that food there so that he can try it. I'm like, this is gonna happen in the next few days. I don't
Oh,
care.
oh yeah, because that's the other side of it. If he likes it, that's the new thing that we're
Exactly.
asking for all the time. And yes,
Exactly. I'm like, my
100%.
boy has never tried rice before, doesn't even like to look at it. But onigiri, sure. He wants to try it now, we're gonna try
Yeah, that's just,
it.
sure, that makes logical sense. We're doing it. This is my
Right?
life now.
We're gonna
Yeah,
do it and it's gonna be high quality and we'll see.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, like, just the way she's just fighting for her kid throughout this whole book was
yeah,
so great. It's
yeah,
so relatable.
yeah.
Like, um, you
She's like
brought it up.
literally on a heist and like looking at her text message, like, "Are you coming to the science fair thing?" And she's like, whatever else is going on here, I got to get this, wrap this up quick because I got to
Right.
be there. Like,
And she makes it. And
and
that's just
does, because that's what moms do. That's what we do.
so like,
Okay.
yeah. And then like seeing the way the three of them as a family interact with one another, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful. I'm
Very,
like,
very
look, yeah. I'm just like, wow, we have this kind of representation in this story where they are in a healthy relationship, even
Yeah.
with conflict, even with, them being at having different perspectives on how to go about life. It's still, they are still working together and
Yeah.
talking it through. And I'm like, that is brilliant and wonderful and so needed. So
Yeah, and it
needed.
even touched on grief a little bit because with
Yes.
her thinking that her brother had passed away for that whole time of the 3 years, she had a really nice conversation with her son because her son is like, well, I never got to meet him and I want to hear more about him. Why don't you ever talk about him? Type of thing. And she just was
Yeah.
very vulnerable and truthful with him, and that she was like, yeah, talking about him brings up all of these emotions that are kind of hard, but you're right. I will talk about him more because he would have loved you. You guys had XYZ in common. And I was like, come on, Full House Family Matters. Sit down, have the conversation vibes. I was like, that is too stinking cute.
But that's cool though, right? Because, like, systemically, we don't look at kids as, well, as a society, we don't really look at kids as, real people, like people with fully fleshed out emotions and feelings
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And so it's really great seeing a kid have agency
Yeah.
in a story that centers like adults, them
Yeah.
still having, depth to them and being able to offer advice that that adults actually listen to. Like,
Yeah.
that's not really seen too much. And I really, really appreciated that. Cause like
Yeah.
I have a love for stories that are that are intended for adult audiences, but the main character is the kids, because I feel like, once again, kids need to be respected, and it's one of those ways that we can like do that. But like, to see a story that centers adults, is for adults,
Yeah.
but also gives a kid a voice.
I think the first story that made me realize I liked those type of stories was
Mhm.
The Ballad of Perilous Graves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, people can
Yeah.
say what they want about that book. I don't care. That audiobook is fire.
It is. It is.
It is
And
a
the
great
playlist
book.
that he had to go along with it really had me in my zone, like listening
Yes.
to the audiobook too. So yeah. Dang it, what is his name? I feel like I'm gonna
Alex Jennings.
Alex Jennings. And he does comics too, so if y'all have been sleeping on it,
Oh yeah, I need to
get in
check that
there.
out because I really enjoy his art. I really enjoy his storytelling.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's the same. I feel like you and I bonded over that a little bit because the story is a little not like traditional, I
yeah,
guess.
it jumps
So
through time. It
yeah,
it,
yeah.
it
And
does. Yeah.
there's a lot of like I guess like, well, let's not derail and talk about that. It's a good book. We'll talk about it another
Yeah.
time, but that was the first place that I realized I like those type of stories. So I love that you
Yes.
drew that connection.
Yes. Yes.
Um
Kids need more agency in stories.
yeah,
It's See, Jana, it's rarer than it should be for kids to have real agency in books written for kids, let alone for adults.
yeah,
Say it. Yeah, we do need that. We do need kids in general to have like true agency and be able to say what they need to say in front of adults, and be able to do what they want to do and see whatever comes from that.
yeah,
Um Bama says Skeleton Crew was good. I feel like kids need more stories centered around them.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. Um what else? Oh my goodness. Okay, so going to the Friends, right?
yeah,
They have the way Stephanie wrote these relationships were
Mm-hmm.
wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Like, okay, there's a comic that we both know about, but I think only I read it, that we saw last year. And I saw a similar scene that's in Temporal. Like, so there's a scene in Temporal where Savannah and her friend are sitting down, they're having lunch, they're outside, they're, at a bistro table or whatever, and they're having a conversation about what's gonna happen next. And I'm like, I've seen this similar, scene somewhere else in another comic. However, it is not done as well.
Yeah.
Not done as well, because the way these two, like, you get more of a feel for Savannah and her, what's the word? She is very impulsive in a
Yeah.
lot of
You
ways.
get that energy from the way that all of the people around her react to things that she is and isn't doing, except
Yeah.
for her son. It's hilarious because that I can also identify with.
No, for real. Like, they all know she is like this, and they all call her out in the, like, I'm not gonna say call out, they call her in the most lovingly way. And like you said, like, they just let her rock. They're like, you gonna
Yeah.
do it anyway, but I need this on the record
Hmm.
that you're doing the absolute most right now, and it's
Yeah.
completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
But
And
here we go.
such and such is gonna be mad at you and at me because I know, like, that type of energy.
Right. But, like, hearing their conversation, I could see why she, like, why the friend was like, all right, I'm gonna let you do this.
Yeah.
Because she was just like, yo, I just need my son to feel good about what I give him.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, you got me.
Right.
You can't even get mad at that.
It's literally based off the conversation that you and I had about celebrating my son's birthday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can't even get mad at it.
Can't even
So,
get
like,
mad. Like, you definitely want your kid to have the best of everything, and regardless of what it takes for you to get there. So yeah,
right. And
100%.
then
Also, like, the side of her that's like, because if we're being so for real, yes, she did it for her son, but that itch was
for
there to, like,
herself.
get
Yeah.
back in get back in there, and because she's touted as like the best at what she's doing, and her brother was like also right up there with her. So it was interesting to see, like, her hop in her element, and like it was characterized in a very cute way, like in like the smirk of satisfaction on her face when she's like
Yeah.
getting back into the groove of doing this heist to get the thing, and then you see the switch up, because, like, really, if we're being so for real, a lot could have gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But she had that much confidence in her ability and her skill set, even though she had been away from it for a bit, to
I
like
mean,
go
some
back
things
in
did
time.
go wrong
Yeah.
in one of
Yeah.
the first, times going back. Like, it
Yeah.
definitely went wrong. And the way I panicked a little bit and then was
Mhm.
like, "Ooh, kudos, Stephanie." So,
Yeah.
like, when she ends up getting dropped intentionally in a different day and a different, time of day,
Yeah.
in a mall, she ends up, getting caught by the police at the time. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, 90s, you getting caught. This don't look
Yeah.
good."
It's all bad.
And I love that that tension wasn't put on the page at all. Because for real, if you didn't have that context, that could have gone completely over your head, and you're just like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, what's gonna happen next?" But, like, I feel like that was just, there was that layer of culture that, if you were reading this culturally,
Yeah. 100%.
if you were reading this culturally, she definitely, you know, the tension spiked in that
Yeah.
second issue,
Yeah.
that I was just like, yeah, ooh, that was nice, it scared me a bit.
I was like, jump scare.
Right.
And I love how there's like, you have that fear because it seems like that's where it's going to go. And then
Hmm.
as the story progresses, the things that you think are going to be the thing are not it. Because I just knew, I was
Exactly.
like, oh no, is her brother gonna be in one of those pastimes and she like cross paths with him and something happens, or oh no, when she goes and does this, is that gonna make her son no longer exist
I
in the
thought that
current time?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like when you're so if you've read enough of these things, which we love sci-fi fantasy around here, so we're not
And
new
we
to
love
this.
a
We
good
do this.
multiverse.
Yes, yes, we love a good multiplayer moment. So when you're like, you're trying to think of like, okay, where are these like typical? That's right, LT, the good old time paradox. Like you're thinking that that's where
Mhm.
it's gonna go because that's usually but for it to like veer away from that, and you're dealing with like old employees in a new cult-ish organization, and it's like, why is it so specific that they need her to do this task, and she runs into her friend's ex at that thing, and so you're like, my guy, what
Mm.
you into where you're here, you know what I mean? But there's
Mm.
another situation where the tension feels like, oh, it could have gone any which way, but it really
Yeah,
was like not that, because he turned out to be, you know, double agent just trying to find out what's going on. But you're like looking
absolutely.
at it. I love how I thought I was guessing what was going to happen the whole time and was wrong every time.
Yeah,
That
you
is a
realize,
sign of excellent planning and storytelling.
yeah, she keeps a
Yeah.
tight lid on where this will go, but she does understand that. I guess she trusts us, whoever's reading it, with that history. She trusts us to like, understand what she's doing.
Right.
I yeah, she did the damn thing with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um One thing I also appreciated was you could see her experience in science.
Mhm.
There's this I forget which issue it's in. Oh, it's in the second issue. Okay, so in the second issue, right, we open up with this conversation. They're in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and Dr. Fulmore, which, shout out. Stephanie also, shouts out a few people and their
Yeah.
names across this
Yeah.
comic, which is wonderful. But like she does this wonderful thing where Dr. Fulmore is, addressing a group of people, and she's like offering up solutions to what's gonna happen, right? And you can see like Stephanie knew. She knew, right? Like I said, she keeps a tight lid on everything. She doesn't want you to do anything outside of what she wants. So
Yeah.
like in this whole conversation, she could have like done what you see in comics, other comics and cartoons, where they like pull some random ass scientific terminologies out of the sky, and something where somebody with a science degree would go, that doesn't make sense, but sure, but the science words, put together, you
Yeah.
know makes everything sound smart. Nah, she
Yeah.
does just enough where like you know she knows what she's talking about, but she also doesn't want you to get hung up on the technicalities of it. Just understand that this person knows what they're doing.
Right.
Exactly. The techno babble. She does not want you to get hung up on that, nor does she ever want to talk about that after. Like when people are breaking down the comics, she's like, we're not
Right.
going
Like,
there. Cause
I gave you what you needed. Just keep it pushing, okay?
right? She's like, I have a degree and I'm not arguing with y'all about this. So just
Period.
like,
Period.
trust that this character knows what she is talking about, and let's keep it going.
Yeah.
I love that so much. That just
Mhm.
a masterful way of like continually pushing the audience where she wants us to go. Really love that. And speaking of names, like I said, she shouts out. I believe that was Asiah Fulmore that she named Dr. Fulmer after. But then
Mhm.
also Harper's middle school is named after Aaron Reese,
Mm.
who was the writer of Bitchcraft and Stephanie's best friend who had passed
Yeah.
away. And I just thought that that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I just got all the great feelings from this comic.
Yes. It's
Oh,
very much giving sci-fi, high action, but sitcom.
yeah, and also just nostalgia, right? Because
Uh-huh.
like everything from the 90s came up in this comic, and that was awesome. From the
Yeah.
Rubik's Cube to what was it that the boy that Harper wanted? I forget what it was, but it was like another like big 90s toy that he wanted, and
Yeah.
down to the fashion and stuff like that. This was nostalgic,
Yeah.
and that was a wonderful thing that she did for us.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do I have so many more notes, but like I know we have just a little bit of more time. Oh, um, what was that? All right, LT saying all the while portraying a healthy black family in the future.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I can't stress that enough. I really want my family to read this, and yeah, we get to talk about it afterwards too. This is
Yeah.
gonna be great.
That was another piece, like, it's enjoyable as an adult, but I would feel comfortable being able to give it to, pretty much any age, for real. And I feel like
Yeah,
that's a fine line to walk.
it is. It
Yeah.
is absolutely. Like I really feel like Stephanie wrote this and then gave it to her son to read afterwards and was like, "What do you think?"
Right, like, what you think about that, huh? Yeah. I would say that the culmination of everything at the end of the sun being like the key to resolving it, and that was also a really beautiful thing too, that she was like, there was that brief moment of like, this is dangerous, and the uncle being like, nah, he sees things in this way and he would potentially be the fix to the problem that we've made here. And she lets him shine in that moment and he's able to figure it out and all of that. I was like, oh,
I
this is just
believe the
all of the
children
feel
are our
good.
future.
Yes. And just all of the feel good vibes. And I was like, this is freaking adorable. I love this so much. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I can't wait to, because I mean Stephanie's been writing for years now, yes, but like I really can't wait for her to see what she does in like the next 5, 10 years, and how how she continues to write and just get better. Like I this is there's a reason why she's Eisner nominated.
Period. Duh. Okay. And that
There's
was
a
another
reason
thing that I
why.
had to say too. Like, I feel like with a lot of authors, you kind of know what vein they live in, so you know what to expect. Stephanie
Hmm.
is like not like that at all. Like,
She's
this,
experimenting.
right. It's like, and it's giving range, because
It is.
how is it that you can do all of the things well? Does that make sense? Like, I feel
Yeah.
like the only thing that you could really compare Temporal to in terms of her other stuff is like that Living Single-esque vibes book that she did with the heroes, but it's not the
Yeah.
same thing. It's just kind of, you could put this in the same vein of types of story, but it's
Hmm.
not the same. Does that make sense? And then it's like, and what else would you compare it to and what other people are doing? Not a lot.
Not many. Yeah. She's
Yeah.
really doing the damn thing. And not only that, like the teams she's putting together around her is also really interesting to watch. So like if I'm not mistaken, like this is what the first black team, like black artist writer team to be not Eisner nominated with Temporal.
To
I
my
think so.
understanding, it's a lot of firsts, and that's really like why we have the guests
Regine
that we
coming
have,
on.
the friend of the
Yeah.
Riot fam, pulling up to talk more about it, because there's a lot, and it's a celebration, and it's also like, how people be like, I'm not gonna point no elbows, but it's literally like screaming that right now, because what do you mean? How is it so many firsts in this one particular nomination season? It's like, It's
I'm gonna
giving
firmly put that on our
why.
guests. I'm gonna firmly put that on our guest soldier, us, not soldiers, but shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like, yes, having our own table is so important and we need that, but also having someone who will fight, who will challenge what's happening. I think that's also very important. Someone who's willing to challenge and be like,
Yeah.
we need different, we need better, let's up this. I think
And
it's
then to like be able
absolutely
to do it in a way where it elegantly like ask the question without directly asking the question. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? Because
no,
it's,
for real.
it's very much I didn't have to say nothing. Other people were drawing this conclusion because it is, a little different. Like, why? It's very telling when you see who's now mad about it.
Mm.
And they can stay mad. You know what I mean?
It's also very telling when people are like, "Oh, that's nice," and I'm gonna say this to Regine too, because I saw it a few times where people are like, "Oh, that's nice," but then like these people are still gonna win. I'm like, you, mm, mm,
Mm,
we
mm.
gonna,
I
yeah,
heard what you
that's,
said.
yeah, yeah. So like, Stephanie, if you still, okay, Stephanie's still in the chat. I'm gonna say you are fantastic, and I know everybody's been giving you your flowers. I also know that you have been running yourself ragged, so I need you. I'm just so excited for you, and I'm so proud of you. And I don't
Yes.
want to put that like stress on you, saying that you got everybody on your shoulders and all that stuff, but like you are doing the damn thing and you are an inspiration
Yeah.
to Black women in comics and how we are trying to have a voice in this industry. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And I love how you're
very,
doing
very
so many different things. And it's like, no, it's not always going to be the same voice because it's giving range, it's giving skill, it's giving, I
that
pour
part.
into my craft so that I can represent. So it's like,
That part.
it's not, you can't deny the any aspect of it when you're like pulling up in the way that you are on so many different fronts. We jokingly pretty regularly are like, yeah, Stephanie Williams is if booked and busy was a person. And yeah, we just got to give you
It
your
is.
your flowers for real because we know that that's not easy and we know that you're putting in the work. You like been grinding. So, yeah.
Yes.
Kudos.
So we're gonna continue this conversation about the Eisner Awards with a judge and a friend to the show
Yeah.
who is absolutely fantastic. And we also gonna give Regine her flowers because,
Yes.
like I said, the newness and the mini firsts that are happening this year. I'm excited. When we go to San Diego this year, I plan on being in that room in Eisner.
Yes.
I don't give what happens. I want to make
Yes.
sure that we are well represented in that room. So
100%.
we're going to give our good sis a great round of applause and welcome Regine.
Hey y'all,
Hey,
hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
Blue.
Hi.
yeah, we on pour into you too. You are amazing, and what you've been doing, like for like decades, but like what you've done with the Eisner Awards, I'm just so thankful that you was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a judge and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna be in the room. So just thank
And
you.
I'm gonna make sure the people outside of the room know what's going on so they can show up for the
Yes,
people in the room. Like
And
that
yes,
just
makes
so
a
y'all
world of a
know
difference.
that for anyone that's going, there is a peanut gallery that anybody can go into. So y'all can sit and y'all can watch the ceremony. The ceremony's long as fuck, but bring some snacks, bring some juice,
and will.
whatever you want in your cup, and y'all folks can come and sit and chill. But I want to shout out to the chat because y'all have such a great chat. Like every week, y'all fire. Much love to Steph. I'll go on and on about Steph tonight. James Emmett is the editor. He was the editor on the book. So James is in the chat. So what up, James? I adore James.
Yeah.
James, editor, amazing editor, amazing person. So yeah,
that is
I just
dope.
wanted to say that real quick.
Yes. And thank you for coming on the show to talk more about this, because we loved having you on before, and it was like, oh yeah, run it back because we gotta hear it.
Yeah. I mean, when I was on the chat, I mean, because I know who I am, and like the Wink members know who I am. Steph knows who I am. They motherfucking know who I am. Like, there's
let these bitches know.
There's never not a time I'm not gonna go to bat for my people. Like, that's just not gonna happen. So for folks who are like discovering me now, like, who this bitch? Like, oh, she got an Eisner for humanitarianism. Oh, this, that, and the third. It's like, yeah, this is why I have the fucking Eisner for humanitarianism.
Right. Nigga, ask nigga,
right? Ask about me.
Yeah. It's just I'm being playful about it, but it's like this is just day-to-day stuff to me. It's just not, I just don't think not to do something. It's just like what if I can be in a position to be of service to my community, that's just what I'm going to do. That's just how I'm built. That's just how my parents raised me. That's how they were. So it just comes natural. I don't think too much about it. So when it's like, it's not even the opportunity arose. I mean, I told you in last time I was here, like, I just asked. I just asked, hey, how can I be a judge? And they're like, you know what, we're gonna put you on the short list. We'll let you know. And then like 2 months later, Regine, can you do it? I said, sure.
Yeah, period. Like, showing up in a space with your credentials and having that why not me energy goes a long way. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Love
Appreciate
that.
you. Appreciate you.
And the fact that you are so vocal, like you said, just making sure that everyone knows how to be involved.
Yeah, that's
because I learned a lot of things from you that I did not know. I did not know that it was only, professionals who are able to vote, and you had to apply for that, and there was a deadline. Like, I didn't know any of this stuff, and we had seen like the Eisners. Right, like, we didn't know any of these things.
As long as you, I mean, they have the list. I think they should add more folks to the list. I think podcasters should be allowed to vote. I think reviewers should be allowed to vote. I think the concern is that people might be prejudiced, but I mean, a lot of us are prejudiced. A lot of us are voting for our friends. Get the fuck out of here. A lot of us are going to be voting for everybody back. Get the fuck out of here. Really? So it's like, you might as well just have, we'll have like multimedia individuals that are a part of the comic book community, pop culture community vote. But I do think that it shouldn't necessarily be everybody, but definitely people who live this life. So it is. I mean, it is a pretty good list, but I think it definitely should be expanded. But yeah, I mean, it's important because the thing is like you want the community to vote for these books, no matter what the books are. And a lot of people have read some of these books. A lot of people haven't, because it's just on the nominations, it's the books. And then we'll get into like the particulars. I want to be demystifying some stuff because it really shouldn't be kept secret.
Period.
We don't NDAs or anything like that. They don't tell us not to say anything about the process. I think folks have just chosen not to say anything because maybe in their mind it's like, oh, I don't want to spoil it for the next person, or whatever. I'm like, no. Especially since over the past few years there have been issues in regards to books having racist ass shit in it, and people trying to figure out how the fuck did
they make it through?
How?
And then the judges don't, really answer it, like answer the question. And so that happened specifically in 2023, and that's left like a bad taste in a lot of folks' mouth. Like, people still talk about that. They still talk about that. And so recently, like on Blue Sky, a couple of folks were talking about that because there was some controversy last week. Maybe some folks in the chat know about it in regards to a book that was nominated that had AI in it. We'll get into that.
That's been happening lately.
We'll get into that, what had happened and how that was rectified. We'll get into a bit of that. But folks, you don't want people to lose faith in the process. And so but in order to do that, you have to demystify them. Like, this is what happens. And it's not, any type of science. It's just, awards have, awards have rules and policies. And they also have a shit ton of bucks coming in. So I want to, talk about how, how that what happens with that process. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I heard some dogs barking in the hallway.
All good.
Your department.
All right.
Yeah.
So no, I fully agree with you. I was surprised that reviewers are not on the list. Like, people could argue about podcasters, like you said. I don't think it should be everybody necessarily, but there should be certain people, like, you should meet a certain threshold in order to do it, because especially a reviewer who spends so much time reading and analyzing these books and then, determining what's happening in these stories, like, there should be it should be expanded. So, like, is there anything happening, like, for the future to, like, expand the requirements?
I have no idea. I can ask. like, I don't know. I mean, mainly, I think the thing is that they want, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right.
I don't know. But I will say to you, but I can ask. What I will say to you, I think the thing is that wanting our peers to vote for us. You know what I mean? Want people that know what it's like to be in the trenches and write and edit books and stuff.
True.
But I feel like I feel like other people have a right to be a part of that too. But again, not everybody, but folks have a right. And I don't think it's like going to be so many reviewers that all of a sudden, like, the votes are going to skew. No. It's like I said, people want to vote for who they like, and that's that on that.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. Because, like you said, if I had the chance to vote, it definitely like, oh, I read this book.
Listen.
I mean, but no, that's like, I hope that they do expand it eventually. I don't know what that should look like or, when that should happen, but they should definitely expand that. So
I will say this: we have a new chairperson. That's a judging moderator, and that's the amazing Laura Jones, who's been at San Diego Comic-Con for 20 years. She's the assistant director of programming. She's the one who I bug every year for panels. I'm like, Laura, I need you to do this little pretty please with sugar on top. Laura's an absolute gem, and so she's taking over from Jackie Estrada, who was in this position for 30 years. And so it's changing of the guard. So things are just changing on GP, even with like the selection of the Eisner judges. We are the most diverse set of judges that they've ever had. On top of what the nominations look like. It's on top. So she's the one that chose us. So it's definitely evolving. There's things that she's probably going to implement, and she's very open to suggestions, which is amazing. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful because if this year looks like anything like the years that are coming, or I'm hoping that the year they just evolve into greater things. I feel good about it. So it's a possibility. It's absolutely a possibility that more folks will be added to the list.
Oh, that's so.
Maybe there could be like some criteria that like necessitates like regular reviews, consistent reviews, so that there's like a body of work that shows that you've been reviewing. I don't know. Because that could take any type of form,
Right?
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, I was kind of sad. I was like, damn. But we're gonna get on there eventually.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's really interesting that you saying that it's the changing of the guards. So that and everything changing this year. So what did that look like with this, the person who put in, the nomination, and it was AI. So like how did y'all deal with that?
Yeah, can you like spread it out for us? Like maybe not give
What
every detail,
happened?
but like high level what happened and then the gist, because lots of
Oh,
people,
sure.
few people
So,
mentioned being aware of it in the chat but don't have the details.
so essentially, there's a book. It's a book. It's called Stardust, the Super Wizard. The book is about this anthology is about this character that's been in the public domain for a bit. His creator died a while ago. God rest his soul.
Wow.
And this project was put on Zoop, which is another crowdfunding website for comics, and they got like $40,000, and it was entered. It was submitted just like all the other books for the Eisners, and we read it. I read it cover to cover. Fast forward, it was nominated, and then, I'm trying to be mindful what I say on here, even though I don't have to, but
Understood.
really, I was quite angry. Fast forward, the person that created this piece posts on social media, oh hey, I have a 1-page story in this book of 140 pages that is AI created.
Wow.
And the person, it was a white man. It's always a white man.
Yes.
And so this comes out right after the nominations, and fast forward after much passionate discussion. Okay.
Sure.
Passionate discussion. And a final chit chat with the editor, who knew that this was in there.
Not the editor knew. That's crazy work.
Yeah.
It wasn't because this wasn't in the Zoop. This wasn't in the Zoop. No one knew. The people that gave their $40,000, they did not know. They did not know. We did not know. I mean, the book itself is satire. It's satire. It's parody. It satirizes magic, superheroes, and technology, including AI. And it also breaks the fourth wall. There's a character called the editor in it. And
wait, it satirizes AI, and yet here we have it.
Yes, and
wow,
so it speaks about it. It also speaks about AI, like a story being AI in the book, all of that stuff. So reading it as a person that's reading it. It looks like it's part of the story. That's how I received it, that it was part of the story. And it's a 1-pager. Also, the person that created this AI story, apparently he wrote it, but what he did in terms of artwork was he took the creators, like the creator that passed, his artwork, and pumped it into generative AI and created the story. Yes. So yes, like I said, fast forward to Monday, because this all happened Thursday into Thursday night. We're dealing with this, and then Monday hits, and the editor has agreed to remove the story. Has agreed to rescinding the nomination. Wow. And collaborators were contacted. They were upset. They were very, very upset.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
Did they know
what happened? They weren't upset with us or anything like that. They were upset with what happened. They didn't know that there was an AI story in the book. So they were amenable to the book being pulled. But of course, they were disappointed. It's messed. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. So that's what had happened.
I love you down. So that's what happened, girl.
To know, for the editor to know and then not tell everybody else on the project, for the creator to do that, and then them not tell anyone who financially backed the project. Right. There's so many levels of shadiness, whether or not that was intended. It's so nasty. And then to take the original artwork of the character of the artist, and to pump it into generative AI is disgusting on so many levels.
Yeah, like have some respect and decorum. Like
Right.
It ruins it for everybody. I mean, those poor creators. I mean,
Yeah.
also, I mean, again, we did not know, because if we would have known, the book would not have. And a statement was put out by Comic-Con International that, you know, for us, the judges, we said, like, if we knew that this had AI in it, we wouldn't have even read it. Like, it wouldn't have been nominated. So you took away from another book that we could that we could have put in, because there were other books that I was fighting
That's
for
right.
sure
Because it's not
on
like
the
you can swap
intelligence.
it out at
Yay.
this stage. I
No,
feel
I
like,
was
how sad is it that now that will likely have to be part of the criteria for nominations, like you have to sign something saying that there hasn't been any use of AI or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
they are doing their that's the other thing. The Eisners didn't have a policy out, so that was also like the issue. And so probably by the next Eisners, there probably will be a policy about it. There is a petition going out in regards to like having Comic-Con create a policy, but they're going to do it. There's no like it's probably going to happen. So yeah, that's what happened, y'all.
I mean, but like Jenna said, I'm really glad that y'all acted swiftly in that, because it would have only been worse if we got closer to the awards and then it was able to stay that long. You know,
correct. There was no way that was not gonna happen. No.
That's
what
wild.
Jana said, it's like the silica packets that say do not eat. I thought that was something we didn't need to clarify, but here we are.
Yeah, considering the conversations that's out there and stuff, but you have to at this juncture, or at least whatever your policy is around AI, just put it there. I mean, I'm not down with it, but the thing is that I mean, like, have something. Have something that says whatever your stance is, that gives people you know, the choice to say, I don't want to be involved with this, or
exactly.
Okay, well, you know,
and have it be right, and have it be explicit too, because I'm really tired of people being like, hey, here's my book, here's my comic, can you review? And I'm like, cool, does it have AI in it? And then I get a long ass paragraph. I'm like, yes or no, please. Just
explain why they think it's cool
like,
or okay that they used it for some aspect or another of it. Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, this does not help me in my decision making. Just yes or no, so we can keep it moving.
Yeah.
That's it. You know.
Ryan Oakley Art in the chat says, which makes sense because AI wasn't an issue at its conception, but glad it will be added. Yeah, that's one of the bigger issues that we're dealing with in terms of having to filter these things out, because we had that big whole thing with the Black Romance Book Fests and, you know, their stance on it. No one knew they had to like explicitly say what their stance was on it before they, you know, started adding people to their list or whatever. And then you have people who, because clearly the person who's responsible for it, for them to post about it like during that time, they clearly didn't think there was anything wrong with it. Because it's like, I feel like you should have known like that it would not be well received and that it would potentially put that nomination in jeopardy. But if they hadn't just blatantly said it, that book would have just kept going. You know what I mean?
It really did. And the thing is, what was funny is it was the juxtaposition of looking at people being upset on Blue Sky about it, and then going to threads like, look at all these niggas that got Eisner nominations. It was like the juxtaposition of it was crazy.
Wow. I'm happy I wasn't on that side of threads, because my side was very excited.
They were excited. People were happy, but they were like, look at all the niggas. They were so surprised. They were like, people were surprised.
No, but they're happy, but we're on that list. Yeah.
Like, wait. But it was funny because I was seeing like the nominees realize it. They're like, hold on, you're nominated. Wait, hold on, you're nominated. Hold on, you know. I was crying.
Right.
I mean, laughing.
I mean, but like, there's a lot of people on here. Okay, so I was going through it. I won't hold you. The first time around, I heard that Stephanie was getting Eisner, and I was like, period. I was like, that's all I need to know. But then, like, when you look at it, there are a lot of BIPOC creators in here.
There are
like
a lot
I
of
think
queer folks. A lot of queer folks are
yes,
there. Mm-hmm.
like this is so fantastic. Like, there's a couple comics on here I haven't read yet, but I want to read.
Yeah.
And that very rarely happens when I look at
Right.
awards. When I look at like nominations and stuff, long lists and short lists, I'm like, this is cool, but
It's
this ain't really
giving
my speed.
obvious.
Right. Like, we
Yeah.
have Storm Run, which hopefully Marvel will do right by Murewa and like actually give him the ongoing that the story deserved, because it was
Instead of chopping
phenomenal.
it up with other things. Yeah.
Right? Like, Bronze Faces is on here, Crownsville is on here. Like, y'all did the damn thing. Okay, this is not a black or brown person, but can I tell you how obsessed I am about Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees?
Yes.
It's such a good series. It's
It
so good. Both of those books are good.
Yo, Crownsville was great. I loved Crownsville. And Bronze Facing,
Bronze Faces gave. It gave.
Chef's Kiss. It was so good. Oh my goodness. Like, okay, so best new series. How many have I read of these? Oh, I've
You
only
read
read
Exquisite
2.
Corpses.
Yes. Exquisite Corpses, very solid. There's a reason why it's on there.
Obviously, we're
Temporal
talking
is on
about
there.
Temporal. I only read like 2 issues of Ghost Pepper, but it's still going. So I'm like, it's clear that the people are loving it.
Right. It's getting the people going.
It's the people going.
Okay, I haven't read any of these yet, but my kid is, reading. So
for the early readers.
Yeah. And I really do appreciate that Kidlit is on here too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. So I don't know much about the kids ones, but I do know Raina Telgemeier from a different series. That's dope.
Yeah. Oh gosh, the name of her series that she's famous for just slips my head. Just slipped my someone probably in the chat. I forgot the one that she's really famous for.
I know one of them is like drama.
I know it's about teeth.
Yes. Yes. Braces. I think that's the one. No.
I don't think it's braces. We'll remember.
Right? We'll get it eventually. Okay. Best publication for teens.
Jana said she did Babysitter's Club.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she did.
That's
right. She
did. So has Shauna Grant.
And the
Smile.
Thank you,
Smile.
Smile.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you,
You were close though. Okay. Jana says, LOL, it's about her getting braces.
Right. I was like, it's something about that.
And Teeth is the horror version.
Good. Best publication for teens. I'm seeing that Abrams is on here. That's really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Mariko Tamaki. Yeah, like, this is y'all did the damn thing with this list. Hold on. Do we know any of these? Okay, I can't tell. I almost got scared.
What?
Which one?
Jeff the Landshark. Yeah. I love Jeff.
I've seen that coming.
Which one?
Okay, I got a jump scare real quick because there was a title about cats, and I was like, "Oh no!" Because I know another cat book that I won't name, and I'm like, "It can't."
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that book is.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
This is cute.
Okay, yeah. But nah, this is really dope. Okay, anthologies. Seeing Fair Square Graphics.
Yes, Noir's the New Black.
That was dope. One. Right? Like that was wonderful. Just oh my goodness, seeing an indie press like be up there and like and knowing what Fair Square went through last year, especially
Yeah.
after, Diamond went under and all that stuff, and how much they lost as a result of that, to see them like fight back and get Noir as a new black,
Yeah.
this is just amazing.
Yeah, and the second
Absolutely
one is
amazing.
coming because I just seen it on I just seen the promo for the second one, so that's what's up.
Yeah, like that is so great. And
Black
like I know
Arms
the
Hold
first,
You Up.
yeah, I enjoyed that one very much. Oh, I actually just got this one, Surrounded, America's First School for Black Girls. I just bought that one. Wait,
Y'all have to read. Y'all have to read the Fela book.
The what?
The Fela book.
Oh,
Okay.
Fela. Okay.
Yeah,
is amazing. If you go to the Fela website, they have 30 pages for free. If you just want to see if it's something that you like. But that
Oh
book
no,
is,
you have to know we were gonna just take your word for it, babe.
right. I'm gonna just buy it.
Literally adding to cart.
I'm writing it down because I'm gonna buy that. We known for buying things while on.
Yeah.
while on just like, we're just gonna get this right quick. But nah, that sounds, and it's through Amistad. Yeah.
We were just talking about how many cool black musician comics and graphic novels there are, and like other artists who we would love to see books made for. So that's cool. Yes, music is the weapon, period.
Right? Definitely getting that. And Globetrotters, that one looks really interesting.
It
Only
is.
because my kid is like into basketball now. Apparently, he wants to be a basketball
And I bought
player.
Surrounded, but haven't read it yet, so that's a good reminder to get my stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I just got that one, and Raven put it in the chat. Hold on, here it is. I read it. I read Surrounded. I found it at Third Eye in Maryland. The art is really beautiful, and it's a French book. That's what like surprised me too. It is a French. So I was like, oh, that's interesting to to see that. I didn't notice that until after I bought it, but I'm still willing to read it. Definitely.
Okay.
Okay. So the new graphic album, I have Canon, and I've been meaning to read it for a while. I feel it's been yelling at me for a while, but like, like sometimes you got a book on your shelf and it's just like, but you need to read it.
Staring you down.
Right. So, Junie Ba is on this list too. Wait, I've never heard of that title. I know he had a few things come out last year.
Yeah, Junie was nominated twice. I think Junie's nominated for this book, and Junie's nominated, I think, for best penciler inker. I think we'll see it as we scroll down.
Okay, because like I love his art style. It's so cool. It's so unique. But I've never heard of that title. I gotta check that out. Okay, best graphic album reprint. Obviously, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've heard of any of these other ones.
Tongues. I got sent that, but haven't read it. The art looks really cool on that one.
Tongues is really good. It's really good.
You've seen it. You know what I'm talking about, Keisha. It's got like that purple and white looking cover. It's pretty chunky. It's a hardcover too.
Sure.
We talked about it in one of the Pink Riot meetings. You know what I'm talking about. It's just not clicking.
No, it is not. It is not. But what I will say is, because of how diverse this lineup is, it does have me excited to read a good amount of these. Like this, I think this is the first time. Yeah, like this is the first time where I'm like, yo, I think I'm interested in reading like most before the Eisner, so at least I could be like, see, if I was able to vote, I would have done this.
Like, yeah, because we love to talk shit a little bit. We definitely got to read it just so we can be like, well, actually, yeah.
Right?
It's just like judging people's Met Gala fits. It's like,
yes,
I'm not at the Met, but we're gonna talk about it.
and will. Okay, so best adaptation from another medium. And this is where I got excited because the first one is an adaptation by Vita Ayala. It's Alana, the First Adventure. Like, I was like, oh, we got Vita. Vita's being nominated. This is really, really cool.
Period. I didn't. Okay. I'm like, I didn't realize that there was more than one from that story. It's like a series.
Oh,
yeah, that was volume. That's volume 1. Yes, book 1. Yeah. So I think they're doing.
I've never heard of that series ever. I'm like, so sorry to this man.
There's so many books out.
Right. But I do see Ghost Boys. I know of the book, so I've never seen the graphic novel. I need to check that out.
Yeah.
Because I've heard really good things about the novel itself. And I love adaptations.
And The Wizard of Earthsea. I literally just got that.
Which one?
The Wizard of Earthsea.
See?
The Le Guin adaptation.
Which one were you excited about? If there is any in this category that you were like, oh, this is... Not saying you're like endorsing any of them.
I mean, like, the smile that creeps up. Like,
no, just so your judges are allowed to vote too. Like after nominations, judges can vote. Like I mean, I was excited. Well, I was excited for Alana. I was excited for Alana because Vita, because Vita's an amazing writer.
Yes.
Ghost Boys, reading Ghost Boys, I had to take a lot of breaths of Ghost Boys. A lot of breaths. It was very emotional to read Ghost Boys. So I was like, okay, girl. I was like, okay, girl, you got it. I was like, in regards to Jewel, I was like, okay, you got it.
Oh man.
Yeah. So this was a pretty stock category, I think. I mean, there's a lot of variety to it, a lot of interesting books. Dead Man Walking is very good. And so a lot of the books had to take a beat, that were nominated, not nominated, really had to take a breath. There's a lot of emotional things that we read this year.
You read all of these. What was the time span that you had to get all these books?
Well, you read as many as you can in the allotted time. Judging situations. Everybody named Mama send the book. They send their book the deadline. They send the book at the deadline, and so the submissions opened officially in January, and they ended in March. And so mid-March was when we saw a huge influx of books, and we had to read a good chunk of those books by the third week in April. So it's
damn.
So you do the best that you can with what you got. I mean, and then when you meet, you read more books because you're reading everybody's suggestions, because you make suggestions as you go. Like, oh, I like this book, I like that book, I think we should consider this, blah blah. Then you meet, and then you look at those books. But when you go to headquarters, because that's where we were, we had San Diego Comic-Con offices, like they set up an area where it's all these books. So just to give everyone context, it was almost 2,300 books that were submitted.
Fuck.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, that would stress me out. And y'all had to I mean, nobody is doing 2,300 books in a span of a month.
Yeah. But so you do the best that you can. You do the best that you can. And so, but the beauty of it is that, okay, so you make your suggestions, but then there's more. All the books, just about all the books are there on premises, and plus we get PDFs and stuff. So everything is not a physical book, but most of it is. And so when you get there, you can you find other shit. It's like, oh, I like this. We need to look at this. We need to look at that. This is nice. I didn't see this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that's part of the process. It's like you're discovering new things. And then there are some books that are so big and so huge, you can only look at them when you get there.
Fair.
And so it's like there's no physical, like there's no, like the shipping would be crazy for them to send it and then for you to send it back. Because like when I was on before, I told y'all, like I have boxes of books sitting around. So and then you're taking books back to the hotel to read. So there was one night that I took home 30 books from our meeting session to read, and I was reading until 3:00 in the morning for 2 nights, and then had to get up, go down to headquarters, read some more books, read some more books.
Damn.
You know,
but I mean,
and so go ahead.
That's why it's so important to have you and to have a diverse judging, because like I can only imagine how many times Black and brown and queer books were in those piles and nobody like walked over and took a chance on it, or nobody recommended it to other judges to read. So like I can only, that's wild.
So it was and a good several of us, not just me, but I definitely, was doing what I had to do in terms of just pulling books out because you don't know every book that's there, but you get a list. You get a list of what's been submitted, and so you're just like, oh God, this is so like this is so much, but it's like, okay, well, all right, these are the books that are supposed to be here. Let me see if I can find them. Especially if like there's books that haven't been suggested, or maybe it's like, oh, I suggested this book, I want people to read it. I happen to have it in the house, but I don't know if they have it here on premises. I don't know if the company sent it. Sometimes there were instances where companies, they don't send books. They don't send books. And so if you feel like a book should be nominated, but a company didn't submit it. And also creators can submit their own books. A lot of creators don't know that. You can submit your own book. You don't got to wait for nobody. So there's instances where I know for me, there's one book in particular that I was trying to see if it was on premises, and it was not. And I asked, like, well, can we get it? And they were like, yeah, sure. You want the book? I said, yes. And they took me to the comic book shop when we got the book.
Hey,
nice.
Is it on the nominations? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
But again, like I said, like I'm only one person. I said this on the last time I was on here with y'all. I was like, I'm only one person. But the beauty of this is that you can take a book and say, hey, y'all, read this. And that's what I did. That's what some other folks did. I did that with PDFs. I did that with books that were, that were there. And some I had to dig out. It's like, where's this book? We can't find it because there's so many damn books. And they set it up nice for the most part. They set it up almost like a little comic book shop. It was cute. But they sent some of these folks, there's so many books are sent that there's books that are still in boxes. There might be books that are still wrapped. So I'm in the corner unwrapping books in that were in plastic wrap. It's like, okay, let's read this. Let's read that. Like you're going through the stacks, like this book. Okay, we reading this.
So what y'all saying is y'all need somebody to organize everything and then put it into like, hold on. You need somebody to. What's going on?
I'm just trying to figure this out.
Okay, like, so y'all need somebody to come in and organize y'all's comics, and like
you want to come and do
make
it.
I would.
You walk around Keisha. You walk around Keisha.
I am for real.
I mean,
like to create the system. So all y'all gotta do is like search something up and find it.
Honestly, they had it pretty good. They really did. It's so much. It's so much that you got it. Sometimes there were some things that we stumbled across as you're like looking, and then there's stuff that it's like, okay, this is on the list, so where the fuck is that? So you go You go looking through the stacks, like, where's this? You know, you ask the judging moderator, where's this book? And she's like, oh shit, I can't find it either. And so we're like, where the fuck is this book? It's like, does someone have a PDF of it? Like, can we call the company and get a PDF of it? But it was made very clear. It's like, if you have a book that you really think that we should read and it's not here, we gonna get it. That they made that very, very clear. And so I was really appreciative of that. But also, like I said, there were a lot of books that were just tucked away, and I dug them shits out. But like I said, other judges did the same thing too. So I'm not the only one that did that. But I very much in my head, that was in my head going there. I was like, okay, I want to, because there were books that I didn't get sent. And because also when you're home, you can ask for certain books that you see on the list. Like, it's like, okay, you sent me these 5 boxes. Can you send me 2 more boxes with these books in it so I can read them? And I'm so grateful for the judges that were there with me, because, you know, they trusted, like, okay, Regine, you like that story? I'm like, yep. And I might be on page 1. I'm like, yep. But I'm reading the rest of the book. Like, yep, I think it's fabulous. They're like, okay, I'm gonna read it too. Like, it was very much like it's collaborative effort. So they're reading them and they're in agreement. So everybody on that damn list deserve to be where they fucking at.
Period.
You know,
I love that.
Period. So it's like period on period. But, you know, to both of y'all's point earlier, like, it takes somebody to sit and read it. So for any judging situation, like, when you like, okay, there's a lack of diversity, blah blah, that's for a couple of reasons. It's for a couple of reasons. One, if creators or companies don't send books in, like I said, this is not just for the Eisners, but we're talking about the Eisners now. If they don't send your book, if your book is not sent in, I read a lot of books with Caucasian characters, and I'm like, where's the other people? Like, there's I read a lot of books like that. And the books, you know, we're good. I enjoyed them, but I'm like, where's me? You know, where's my other judging colleague? You know, where's this like, where are people that represent that? So there's that. Send in your damn books. You know, also,
send in your damn books.
Really, send in your damn books. And, you know, also I learned about, like, just criteria for certain categories. And that's not necessarily, like, written down, but it's like, you know, if we're looking at graphic reprint, like, what they're looking for is that you have a good amount of stuff added to it. Like, it's not just the original graphic novel that you put out with some variant covers. Cause I know y'all like variants, and we like variants too. They want to see more than the covers. They want to see, like, an interview,
back matter. Yeah.
They want to see, like, preliminary images. They want to see a script. They want to see what's the extra shit that you put in there. Otherwise, it's like, okay, I love the book, but it doesn't have what the other books have. Because this thing, also, what people don't also realize, because there was a few folks who like messaged me, like, you know, some people are saying, like, you know, this person was snubbed, that person was snubbed. I'm like, no, I couldn't find the book. How can I snub you if I can't find the book? If I can't find the book, sir, I can't help you. And then two, and then, you know, also, you know, on top of that, you know, folks, you know, a couple of folks ask me, like, well, why not, you know, this book over that book? It's like, well, I'm doing comparative reading. So if you're reading in a certain category and you're comparing these books to each other, like, there might be a book that I love, but then I'm like, damn, this book that I didn't even know about is better.
Yep.
And, you know, I think we were all in that. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was like, I see it like that. You know, you see it in the reels where people are interviewing folks and they're like, all right, this author or this author, you know, and they would switch them out every now and then. I see it like that. Like, if you have a good book, you're always going to compare it to something else while you're in this, you know, judging position. So anyone who feels like they got snubbed, that's wild. Because based off of the books that got nominated, I don't know, you got to be writing greatness to, like.
I mean, it's I don't know. You know, people have their favorites. People have their favorites until they get in their felons. But it's like, you know, it's like, And that's
little
I'm a creator
touchy. I know y'all
too.
like to tussle over your face.
And it's like, listen, like I'm a creator too. Like, you know, I get it. We sensitive about our shit. But the thing is like, if I'm doing comparative reading and I'm seeing, and we all, just as, you know, judges were chatting, we're talking, and nothing was ever adversarial. You know, there was no fighting. There was no nothing like that. It was just was what it was. We rated the books, like, as we were constant, like, once we got into a flow, we were just steadily doing the nominations, and we had to whittle it down, like, because they were like, these are 20 books we love. No, bitch, you gotta get it down to 5. And it's like, oh God, can we just give them all? Like, we nominate them all, you know? And then so there's books that I definitely, you know, was, you know, I think it's probably kind of obvious, but like there were books that it's like, no, like we gonna get it. We getting this. Like, we not leaving here. Like, we not leaving.
I'm leaving here with something. Okay.
Right? You know? And it's just, you know, there were a lot of ties, and you got to break them, and you know, you got, you know, you there's sometimes it's like, oh well, we got this extra spot. We got the extra spot, so we can put somebody else in. Oh, do we? That means this person can go there. Okay, right. Everybody, let's vote. You know?
Yo, that sounds so cool, to be a fly on the wall of like, all right, we need to have a tiebreaker. How are we doing this? And then like, I'm assuming that y'all are breaking it based off like the technicalities, you know, like how
we didn't get that deep. Change your number. Okay. Like it was like, there was no hemming and hawing. It was like, change your number. Like we got a tie. We got a tie.
That's crazy to think of, like the rating system. So like when you had stuff that was a tie, like then it's really down to like splitting hairs. So anybody saying like, oh, I got snubbed or whatever, it's like you have to genuinely look at the material because it could have come down to the smallest thing, you know?
It's true. And honestly, most of them, a lot of them were by a hair. It's like by a hair, by like 1 point, 2 points. Like, really, I mean, there's definitely books that I really wanted to get nominated, but they weren't. And again, I also was like picking and choosing battles, because I'm like, all right, okay, didn't get this one, but we fucking getting this one, you know. You know, and I think some other judges probably felt the same way. But it was just, but again, like I feel really good about the fact that we were all like just, we just kept flowing. Like, there was no arguments or anything like that. It was like, okay, that one didn't get it, but this one did. All right, next. Like it was that. You know, it was it was pretty amicable, pretty amicable. Just from top to bottom. But yeah, it's a very fascinating process. I mean, and that's roughly what it is. I mean, what I would tell anybody is like, it's just about, you know, you see the books that you like and you put them in front of people and see if they like them too. That's all I did. That's really, I swear to God. But also, it was introducing people to maybe books that they didn't know about.
Yeah.
You know, that
that's
they weren't
the part
aware
that
of.
I think is the most fun, is like diving through all of the, you know, books that you maybe wouldn't have heard about. Yeah, that's definitely what I was looking at the list initially, like, oh, let me just add this part real quick.
I think that's the most important part, for real. Cause I just keep thinking, like, what if you weren't in the room? Would a lot of these books have gotten a chance? And I just
a couple.
Yo,
I think a couple.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be this like diverse, and the fact that it's not just you, like it was a more diverse judging group all around. Like, I'm just so y'all are gonna be the judges from here on out, I'm assuming.
No. No.
Like, what happens? Does it change every year?
You can only do it once. And so there's going to be a next crop. But I will be recommending judges.
Oh, period.
I will be recommending judges every year as long as I'm on this earth. I can do it.
As long as I'm on this earth. But that makes sense, though. And then, like, the due diligence of being like, oh, this isn't represented here, or this isn't readily available for me to review. Let's make sure that we get it, type of thing. Like,
Mhm.
it makes me wonder, like, is that the energy that's been brought in previous years where it's like, it's not easy to get my hands on, but I'm going to make sure that, it has a chance. And then also, like, I guess it really does just boil down to, like, if you feel like your work is up to that level, submit it. Or I guess even if it's not, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. And it has to be accessible too. So folks who think they cute out there making limited editions of shit. Like if you doing limited editions and shit, like you like, oh, this is so cute. You got the holographic copy. There's only 20 in existence. No, baby, you can't send it. You can't send it because people have to be able to get it. They can't go to eBay. It's like I got to go to eBay. It's $400 in order to read it. $400, right? Like in order to read it and then vote. You know what I mean? Like it's like no, like you have to be able to put your hand on it. Or
if you're gonna have your fancy one, you also have to have the regular.
Yeah, like you can have variants, like that's fine, but there has to be a main. You have to be on main. You got to be on main. And people are able to get it, easily. And because otherwise it's disqualified. And there were some beautiful things, beautiful, gorgeous. Oh my God, like
gorgeous
not
gowns.
just specialty books,
beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns, specialty books, and we look it up, and it's like only like 200 available.
Oof.
And had to like eliminate it. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. It hurt. The book that had a mask with it, a black light. Like yes, and like a leather mask and a black light. Only 200. Were like are made. And yeah,
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and slide that name off.
Right?
I'll find it. I have to remember. I have to find it. I could probably find it.
That sounds like my type of carrying on.
Yeah. And some of this is in the policy. Like some of this, like if you go onto the site and you have like the policies in terms of like, okay, these are the rules in terms of submitting the books. Like I think it says that the books have to be accessible. People have to be able to easily get them. Like a black light. I guess someone asked about the black light. We didn't try it out. I guess it's either for the master pages of the book. I don't know. I guess they
right. Like what's going on in that book? What they talking about?
I don't even know.
I'm sorry. If you need a black light to read a comic, I'm not touching it.
What? That sounds cool. It sounds like some stuff is gonna glow in the dark.
Of course, that's the point. That's why I don't want to touch it. I don't want to like.
Oh my gosh! Of course,
I don't trust.
Of course,
people.
your mind would go to that.
Where else would it go?
Like a different neon type of paint or something. I don't know. It sounds cool to me.
Like it was splatter, like if there was splatter in the book or something. I didn't know if it was like murder, because it seemed like it was like about like murder or something.
Right. Ooh, or if it was like you couldn't see.
That's just where my mind went.
If you couldn't see the like paint or whatever, and then it was like some fantastical shit, like when you put the blue light on. I don't know. That sounds cool to me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it and report back.
Report back, because that's not won't ever. I don't trust people.
Brayburn said the question is what is glowing.
Exactly.
And I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, my brain wouldn't just jump to like something bad. You know what I mean? I'm like, that sounds cool. I like glow in the dark posters.
True. Keisha's like, no.
I don't.
Like yes. Riri's like yes. Keisha like
yes.
I don't trust people. I just at all.
Especially if it's splatter, huh? You're like, what is that?
Yeah.
A whole mess.
But I know you said you wanted. Is there anything you explicitly want to demystify, which you haven't said already? Because you've like.
I haven't said already.
Yeah. Like you giving us a lot.
Yeah, thank you for breaking it down for real.
Yeah, of course. I mean that's the main stuff. I mean, there's I'll say that I'll say that um I gave you most of it.
Mhm.
Um but yeah, I was like, we doing this. We're doing this. Like again, just the presentation part of being able to say, hey y'all, let's read this. Let's check
Mhm.
this out.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think. Like,
I'm really sad that you
and
can't
let's
be a
team up each other.
judge. I'm
Huh?
sad that you can't. I said I'm sad that you can't be a judge again next year.
Right.
Like,
That's a bogus rule.
But you know
yeah,
what?
it is.
I mean, I would do it again. But I set the tone for the next person. Like as I'm like
Mm-hmm.
because I'm going to be suggesting people. My fellow judges are going to be suggesting people.
Mhm.
As we go, and so it doesn't stop with me. So if it's like, okay, I'll be like, look at my example. Like I'm not the best thing sliced bread. Like I did the best that I could. I mean, there were other books that I was like, damn, like later on, I was like,
Mhm.
damn, like I didn't get that book in. There was one book I was trying to get in last minute, and they like, Regine, no. I'm like, we can read this. We can read this. And I'm
Real
like, yeah,
quick, just
Only take like an hour. Just.
yeah,
I'm like,
just
no,
real quick. Everybody get on their time. Yeah.
exactly. So there's definitely books that I was like, damn, I couldn't do this, couldn't do that. But what I can do is go back to my community, just like I am. Y'all are my community, and be like, this is what I did as a judge. This is what folks can do as creators. And then this is, if a person wants to be a judge, they're, hey, let me know.
Period.
let me know. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. I think y'all
But I
really good
mean,
judges. Mm-hmm.
I know you're gonna be a judge for the Harveys, and that's at New York Comic Con, right?
Yeah. So that it's less stressful. It's like I'm part of the nomination committee, and all that means is just that I'm nominating books. I'm nominating books, and whoever does the tally in terms of like how many people nominate that book. I don't know how many people in the committee is anonymous.
Mm.
And
That's
so
different.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is different. And then the submission window was no submission window. Like I said, it's just nominations. But the window in terms of when the books were published is between August and July. So those are the books that I'm going to be looking at. So there'll be some dupes in terms of like duplicates of the books that I saw for the Eisners, and there'll be newer ones that maybe I didn't see this year. And so I'm gonna check to see, what's out, what came out and stuff, and see what's good and do those nominations. So it's a bit different. It's a little bit more Wild Wild West.
That's what's up, though. Now you got like more things that you can add to that. Okay, so tell us what the process moving forward looks like. Like, what's next in terms of what happens with these nominations, the current Eisner nominations.
So, folks are voting. They're voting until June 5th. And if you got your ballot in your email, vote, y'all. And then when San Diego Comic Con comes, the Eisner Award ceremony will take place. I believe it's oh God, what day is that? What day is that? I think it's the 25th. I gotta double check. Whatever that Saturday is, I believe that Saturday. I believe that Saturday is the 25th. No, Saturday. I'm sorry. The Friday. I think the Friday is the 25th. And so it'll be at 7 p.m. PST.
Oh, it'll be on the 24th.
The 24th.
Yeah.
Which is a Friday.
Yeah.
Right. So that'll be so that's I think it starts at 8, but people can start getting seated like 7:30. And folks can sit in the peanut gallery. So this is at the Hyatt Bayfront Hotel. So there's an area for fans and other folks to sit and be there. And like I said, it's a long thing. So bring your food, bring your drinks. He's in there for a while. He's in there for a while. But that's when the ceremony is. So yeah, if you come in, come through. Let's see who winning. Let's see who doing the thing.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I really can't wait. That's gonna be great, and to see so much history, because we know history is gonna be made. I'm just really excited for this year, and just thank you again. Thank you for everything that you do. Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
But yeah, we need to like open up the requirements, because I would love to vote. Like, even if they say you can't you can't do it, you're only allowed to do it here. I don't care. I want to be able to vote. So that's my goal.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. I'll definitely make the suggestion. To open it up a little bit more. Just, because I mean, being an avid reader is so important. Like I said, it was almost 2,300 books.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's amazing. But that's crazy to think about.
It's great. It is, and and y'all read a lot of books just in general. So if you're reading most of the books that are like probably coming in, I mean, you're already ahead of the curve. So I think it makes sense to have like reviewers and podcasters.
Though I will say there's not enough people sending us comics.
Oh.
Just in general. That's just for anybody who might be watching. We would read all of the comics, but y'all don't be sending us comics.
That's our polite way, right? That's our polite way of getting on to some of these press lists. So we can talk about them. Hint, nudge, nudge, kick.
Yes.
So
let us love you. Let us love you, because we're paying for our comics with our day jobs.
No. We gotta get you hooked up. We gotta get you hooked up with some PR people. Let's see what we can do. Get you hooked up with some PR marketing people to send you some copies.
Yes, send PR to PR.
Right. To not have a hookup. So we're gonna get you a hookup. We're going to get you a hookup.
Period. Yes. Say less. Listen.
Yes, right. Yeah. Can I say, why are y'all talking about Concrete Park? That is expensive. I don't know why y'all talking about Concrete Park.
They were talking about how they wanted a copy and how it's difficult to find.
Oh yeah, that book came out 10 years ago. Like literally, I think it was 2016 or 2015.
Yeah.
I got a copy for my birthday a few years back. One of my prize and joy.
You got mine off of eBay.
I got a copy around here somewhere.
I love how you're like, I have so much. It's here.
It's something in this house.
No, I love that. That's super, super great. We gotta talk about that, and like collecting and finding those hard to find copies of Black and Brown comics. It's
those holes in the collection that just like chap your ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like with this energy, because we just love you down, Regine, I feel like it might be really, really cute if we had like a special episode of Pink Riot that was like post Eisner energy. Maybe. I don't know. That sounds like it would be a vibe, low-key.
I think it's cute. I think it'll be cute. Yeah. And also there's a possibility Wink might have a little Eisner nominee party. A nice little day party. It's like a little day party. Yeah. So be on the lookout for those invitations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay.
Yes.
So I think we talked about everything, but is there any last words, anything else you want to tell people to do?
Well, definitely send in your books. That's the biggest thing. One thing I did want to demystify real quick that I just thought about is like when people were talking about the creator nominations, and that's where some folks felt like maybe some people were snubbed. And let me tell you something: you got to be prolific. You got to be prolific. Like you have to have several projects out, during the year. So even if everybody know your name, people can buy your books for 20 years. Like if you don't have several books out several stories out or what have you, like the nomination is probably not going to happen because we got to compare you to the other folks that are in that we're like suggesting in that category that have like, let's say like, you know, like 5 books, six different books that they're doing. So that's why the people that you see there are there.
And I guess you're talking about the best writer category.
That's right. All those categories, but yes, including the best writer. It's like people, if you writing a lot of stories, or if you're drawing a lot of stories, yeah, and that's why they're named. It's like this person did this, that. Unfortunately, with the way that things are in these male-dominated industries, and also in these industries where there's a lot of white folks, like those are the folks that are given a lot. They get a lot of the work. And there'll be folks who like we absolutely adore. Like I adore Scott Snyder. I adore James. Like these are people that I know these people, you know. But at the same time, like folks get a lot of work. They deserve it. But the rest of us do too. And the thing is, it's like if we get the work, and because we can do the work, Stephanie, like that's how you get on. Like that's how you're listed. It's because you get the work. So we're dealing with a lot of challenges in that way, like in terms of like us, like Black and brown folks, queer folks getting like the steady, the not the steady work, but several projects. It's like that's how you get up there.
Yeah.
And so just demystify that for anybody else who's saying that. Like, and I'm not mad about anything. I just heard about one person that was like, "Oh, so and so, you know, you sure so and so wasn't like get out of here?" Like, no, like they did one book. Get out of here. Like what, you know, God bless them. It's not there. They, you know, maybe they took a year off. That's cool. Let them take that year off. But no, like these other folks did 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books, whatever they did, 3, 4, 6, whatever. So they get nominated. That's that on that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's that on that. I just love you down.
Like
period. Yes. Okay, so before we get out of here though, I want to hear, for people who may not be super familiar with a lot of the titles on the list, what are like 5 titles that come to mind that you would recommend people check out from the nominees?
I would say Alana by Vita Ayala. Obviously Beneath the Trees What Nobody Sees. It's nominated. It's nominated 2 different series twice. I would say Fela. People really need to check that book out.
You mentioned that Ghost Boys was very emotional. Would you recommend that one as well?
I recommend that. I'm trying to think of really things that people like, especially for your listeners that maybe they didn't read or haven't read. Come Out and Play is a sports anthology.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's probably like 20 that I'm missing. But in terms of the things that are like obscure, obscure, that would be those. I know I'm missing something else. Jan. Oh my God. Jan.
Okay.
Is that the manga one?
Yes.
Okay. I have the first 2 volumes and I'm waiting for volume 3 to come.
Yes. Did you order it already? It's out already.
Oh, it's pre-ordered. I just have to wait for it to come in. Yeah.
I haven't gotten the 3rd one yet. Actually, I gotta get. I had the first in my house. That's how I read it because I had it in the house. But when I got out there, I read the 2nd one, and then I gotta get both. I gotta get 2 and 3. But Jan is amazing.
Okay. I have a list of books to buy now.
Yay! We love good Rex. Period.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming through and demystifying for us.
Right? I learned so much. This was great.
Yes, and also just giving your general like light and joy. It's always
Right?
so nice having you on the show. Like we got to kick it in real life for real sometime, babes.
Facts.
Mhm. Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right.
Okay, y'all, thank you so much for coming through and kicking it with Pink Riot Comic Show. Make sure you show Regine some love in the chat. Just love bomb Regine right now in the chat if you can. Shout out to everybody who pulled up to come kick it with us today. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, follow, comment, subscribe Pink Riot Comic Show on all US platforms. If you like today's episode, scroll up, scroll down, check out another. Watch it or let it play in the background. Either way, those streams help us, okay? If watching maybe isn't your bag, make sure that you check us out because we's a podcast now. So you can find us on Spotify and pretty much wherever podcasts are found. There's like over 150 places where you can stream us that way. If you want to be more involved with what we're reading, how we talked about our Riot review today, the nominations for those books come from our Patreon subscribers, or we're trying to make it more where they're all coming from them instead of our personal picks. So make sure you check out our Patreon. Shout out to all of our current Patreon subscribers. We literally do a happy dance anytime a new one of you join that space over there because we're trying to build our community and we really love all of your input because it makes our show better and more interactive. If you haven't already signed up for our Patreon, don't worry, we got you. There's a free tier, Booski. You can pull up for the free ski.
Yes.
Just know that there are other tiers that are paid tiers, and the higher up in tier you go, the more perks and access that you get to us and what we have going on the show. Make sure that you check out our merch. I know we keep saying it, but we're really close to the changes in the designs, and I don't want you to miss out. And another perk of being signed up for the Patreon is that you get to sneak peeks of the new designs that are coming, and they are crazy good. And we have some crazy
Amazing.
drops coming up, and we really don't want y'all to miss out. Yeah, we really appreciate you. We're trying to build our community. We're growing. We got more subscribers. Somebody check, did we make it to 400 over on YouTube? Real quick.
Hold on, let me check.
Yeah. We're like 4 subscribers away from being at 400.
We are at 398.
Tell your mama, cousin, boyfriend, sister, lover, and them to subscribe to Pink Riot Comic Show because we're trying to get bigger and better. And the more you share, the better that happens and the quicker that happens. If you like the live vibe of today's show, don't worry, we got you. We gonna be here live at 5 because we do the same shit at the same place at the same time every week with no weeks off because we love you and we love what we do and we're trying to build our community. We love you. We mean it. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.
I definitely found more. All right. How many variants are there?
11.
Damn. Go ahead. No.